Well, I think the first thing you have to do is you have to take a good history. You have to find out how's the person showing up in life, what kind of sleep are they getting, what kind of stress are they under, how much quality spring water are they drinking a day, what kind of exercise are they or are they not doing, how are they eating, how are they supplementing. I think what most people don't understand is this is the 1950s. For example, in 1950, the average orange had approximately 50 milligrams of vitamin C. The average orange today is said to have about 5 milligrams of vitamin C. Well, I don't know too many people that are going to have 10 oranges to get 50 milligrams today of vitamin C. So my point is, certainly we want to eat well, and we should eat well. And there are a variety of ways you can do that. I mean, there are constantly lectures put on. You can go online. You can get great books on that. And if you can get through the confusion of what you should do and who you should listen to, there's a lot of information out there. And I say that kind of kiddingly, not because there isn't a lot of good information out there, but there's so many different perspectives, and some of which, as you know, are very extreme. You know, do you do a vegan diet? Do you do a paleo diet? Do you do an Atkins diet? And there's no one answer for everyone. I'm generally a fan of people that eat in the middle, so to speak, meaning they eat food that's rich in vegetable matter, rich in raw foods, and clean, lean proteins, you know, from a variety of sources. So to have a lot of energy, it has to start with how you think, how you eat, how you handle your stress, what supplements you take, what foods you eat. And sometimes I meet people that don't do clinical testing, so they might debate with me the need to actually do supplements. And I think the only people that really do that today are people that, even, by the way, dietitians and nutritionists who advocate only using food. Well, as I mentioned by my example given about the orange in the 1950 compared to today's standards and how low oranges are in vitamin C, the days of not intelligently supplementing are long gone. And you're kidding yourself, or you're not educated enough if you debate this, because every doctor I know that does functional medical testing agrees with me. I have literally never met a doctor that tests people functionally to determine what their nutritional status is that would argue with me that we're at a crossroads where the world is too polluted, whether it be the soil, whether it be our minds, whether it be the food that we eat, the air that we breathe. You know, there's so much stress in the world with the constant advent of what are terrorists doing, who's been murdered, who's been assaulted, what crimes have been perpetrated against humanity, and the quality of food. Even if you're getting the best food available, unless you're growing it in your backyard and eating it after it's been picked or harvested, it's simply not going to have the nutritional density. For example, if you take an ear of corn and you pick it from the stalk, you cut it from the stalk, if you will, within 15 to 30 minutes, 40% of the B2 vitamin is gone. You're never going to make that up. It's depleted, it's been oxidized from that corn, and will no longer be present. Now, think about this. If you were to receive a 40% reduction in your pay cut, how many of you would thrive? Well, it's the same with food. A 40% reduction of vitamin B2 is a perfect example. You're going to have a host of problems associated with that, and that's one example. Most people that I do an evaluation of are deficient in magnesium. They're deficient in specific fatty acids. Often they're deficient in calcium. They're deficient in B vitamins, and I can go on and on and on. Vitamin D, iodine. All of these are deficiencies. And so when you talk about having good energy, there's no way in the world, as a great example, that you can have proper thyroid function. Everybody knows that if your thyroid is weak, if it's stressed, you're not going to have the energy you want. So how do you know whether yours is okay? Well, you have to find some way to have it tested. So you have to find someone like me that can actually test to make sure you're getting what you need so that your body has the raw resources to function ideally. So what you want to do if you want to have good energy is you want to make sure that you are managing your stress the best that you can. And if there's some aspect of your life that you can't manage well, you want to get help. You want to find whatever help you need to manage that, because stress bleeds you of your resources. Meaning if you're highly stressed, you're going to lose tremendous amounts of B vitamins, magnesium, and other resources that are critical for having proper energy. So get your stress handled, find a way to manage it, make sure you're eating the best food available, and it's got to be organic or beyond organic. I'm not sure why this is even a question anymore. You know, you don't want GMO food, genetically modified food. They're coming out nearly every week with new studies that indicate how bad it is for your kidneys, for your liver, for your blood, for fertility issues. And You want to make sure that the water you drink is the best spring water you can get. You don't want to drink tap water ever. It has fluorine and chloride in it. They form trihalomethanes. They bind to the thyroid receptor sites, so iodine can't, so you can't make thyroid properly. Big issue for proper thyroid function and for proper energy function. And you want to make sure that you have somebody specifically testing you so that you know what specific elements you're deficient in. Because, as I mentioned, if you're deficient in iodine, if you're deficient in magnesium, if you're deficient in B2, there's no way in the world you're going to feel highly energized and ready to go out and exercise or be active. So find someone that can find out what you don't know that you don't know that's going on with your body that might be making you feel worse, so that you can take care of that, and as such do much, much better and end up having a life that's rich in energy, vitality, and doing the things you love to do.